Well, maybe. Give it another moment here, guys, and we'll continue one way or the other. Because I think I can hear you guys okay. I'm hoping you can. Have you been able to hear me okay? Last couple minutes?
Yeah, it's been pretty solid right
Yeah,
now.
Okay.
no problem.
Alright. So, stream is still coming back up. Give it just another moment here, and then we'll just keep going. Alright. So I think the stream is, if it's not completely, it is mostly back up. And we're going to continue. So anyway, as you know, for the 5th time or whatever, I've tried to say it. Raj, you're in the stairwell, you're headed down. 1 or 2 more floors, subfloors I think it is, to get to your destination, and you are carrying the briefcase.
Yep.
Okay. So, you get to the the door that is your destination. How are you going to, are you just going to pretend you're supposed to be there? Or what you going to do?
Yeah. I want to stay. To be careful.
I'm sorry. Now you're breaking up. Would you repeat what you're going to do?
Yeah. Essentially, yes. I'm going to just act like I belong.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to make sure there's no.
So the first half where you repeated the part that I heard before was fine. And then the part where you said something I hadn't heard before, it broke up again.
Cool. Yeah. The door isn't like alarmed or anything, so I'm not going to set anything off if I go.
You're again, only part of that came through. So are you asking me if it's alarmed?
Yes.
Okay. Roll it.
Roll what?
To see if it's alarmed. If you want to see if it's alarmed, I use electronic security. Because you're good at that. And because it's the appropriate skill to see if something has an alarm on it. This door does have a door sensor built into it. That is an alarm type sensor so that it is reporting to some system somewhere when the door is open or closed and so on. Whether it's being monitored or anything, that's going to be hard to tell from here.
Well, then yeah, I'll just go in like I belong. I'm supposed to be here.
You're just going to walk through it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you open the door. When you come out, it's similar to the floor you came into the stairwell on. There is a desk with a spot for a guard or two and the stuff. But I rolled a 10 in your favor. So it's not manned again, even though the alarms are going off. You've got 3 directions you can go as you come out the stairwell. You go left, right, or forward.
Which way would take me to my objective?
Let's see. How do you know what? Do you have something to guide you at this point? I'm trying to remember. I don't think you know exactly. You have some maps, but you have just an area to head to, I believe. You don't have an exact location, or do you? I'm trying. I didn't think we gave you an exact location.
I can't remember, but if I've got a map, then I should at least know which of these
Okay.
these halls will take me to the area I need to be.
Let's just do this. According to the plans that he gave you, the data center. You're headed to the data center, I believe.
No, the others are headed to the data center.
The others head data center. Where are you headed?
To drop off the briefcase.
You're in drop off the. That's right. You had that particular. No, you do have an exact. Excuse me. It's the others that don't have an exact location, other than you saw the diagram, the building map thing when you came in. Pardon me, Impulse. All right. So you do have a location of exactly where this briefcase is supposed to go. You are supposed to go right. You've got a ways to go down this hallway, another hallway to turn onto, and then there should be a little bit of a bump out in the wall, which is where there's a support beam, and that's where you're supposed to put the briefcase.
Oh, I'm gonna head over to that then.
All right, so let's roll. So as you're going down, as you're going down this main hallway, from around that corner that you're supposed to be going to, come. Let me see how many. 4 security personnel are jogging your way. So now we're gonna do. What are the odds that they're going to notice that you don't have a badge? Because otherwise, you look like you're supposed to be here, but you don't have a badge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's 2 pairs of 2. As they come up next to you, they kind of go single file. It's very military-esque. However, the last one in line comes to a stop as they're passing you, and it goes, "Hold on a minute." It looks at you and says, "Where's your badge?" You hear the alarms. You know you're supposed to have your badge displayed at all times.
Yeah.
Where's your badge?
So I turn to them and I say, "Yeah, look, I'm really sorry. Look, my supervisor, he's told me he hasn't told me what yet. I had to rush because, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And I just forgot it. And then the alarm started going off, but I really can't be late. Look, please just don't tell my supervisor about this."
So, persuasion? Or is there another skill that you're attempting to use in your convincing mannerisms here? Attempt to convince this guard.
I mean, it doesn't make a difference. My persuade, like any skill I would use, is the same, as in pretty good.
Okay.
I'm gonna 1-luck this because I don't want to fight 4 security guards. 24.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see what we're gonna do here. So that's gonna be that, and okay. So here's your roll to beat. Okay, you matched him. I consider this and I play it as defender wins ties. So he's like listening to you intently. It's like you're sure he's buying it. You're good, and then he's like, oh, actually, I'm gonna roll a couple more here real quick because I got 3 others. The others are like, okay, come on, let's go. She's fine. Don't worry about it. We gotta man our stations by the stairwells. But the one that stopped, he's like, no, you need to have your badge. Come on, you're gonna have to come with us. We'll do a scan. We'll get down the security desk. We'll do the retinal and fingerprint scans and confirm your identity.
So I say, look, I would love to. I really can't. Look, I really need this job. All right. I actually don't know why my supervisor hired me. I'm not really, cut out for this kind of job. I just really need it. I really need the money. If he hears about this, if we do this, he'll hear about it. I'm gonna lose my job, and I really can't afford that. Please.
For good roleplay, I will give you another roll. $21, 3, 7. There. Okay. It's all up to the dice. It's great. Okay. The guy you've been dealing with looks like his face starts to soften a little bit. He's not looking at you with that harsh, attitude. And the others are still trying to convince, are just like, let's just go. And one of them's like, the guy that was actually in the lead of the four. He's like, man, I think I recognize her. I have seen her around the building. We've really got to get to our stations. Let's just go. And the one that's been interrogating, look, all right. I can't guarantee the next person's not going to bother you, but it's fine. Just get where you're going. Shelter in place when you get where you're going until the alarm stops. And get your badge on you. I mean, he's like, I know I'm going to get in trouble for this. I'm going to get written up for this, but fine, just go.
Oh, thanks. You're the best. Literally saving my hide here.
So all four of them are still standing there, are letting you leave first, or walk away first.
Yeah.
And that's just great. Yeah, they are continuing to stand there. They will stand there and watch you as you finish down the hallway and go around the corner.
Cool.
In fact, one of them actually decides there's a one in there. One of them actually starts to try to follow you, and the others they're like, no, this way. As you go around the corner, they start running again.
Cool.
All right. Persuasion fast talk rules the day. You didn't have to fight 4 security guards. So you're headed down that hallway.
15 human perception. That's a shitload.
Well, I rolled for what their stat and skill level was, and I rolled a 10. So they had high numbers. At someday I will take the time, as you do, and actually build out NPC character sheets, and then I won't have to randomly generate everything every time. But in the meantime, of course, it makes it more interesting too if every NPC you meet has random generated, stats and skills and stuff. Okay, so you're going around the corner. You're going to go down there. You're headed down the hallway. I'm going to come back around. We'll see if you get accosted again. So far, you have actually not had much to deal with. So we'll see how that works. That continues. So we would be coming around to Ace and Zurat. So, and I know Ace isn't available right now. He's on a call. But, so Vasily, what are the two of you doing?
Well, we need to get to... we have previously on our way.
So, you have one badge, which Ace has said he's carrying. Let's see. There are 2 more pods that were occupied.
I don't think we need any additional ones. Like, if we open the door with one card, surely we can hold the door open for long enough for both of us to get through.
Okay.
So I think we don't need one card.
You're not gonna disturb the other 2?
Is this card unique in any way? Is there like levels to it? Is there tiers?
Well, from when you guys looked at, I believe we described the cards before. There were 2 kinds of badges in use. There were one kind was a blank, no picture, no real information on it other than a logo, graphic and stuff. The other type had picture, name, and all that, everything on it. And let's determine there is I'm going to say 30% chance low, or actually, do you want high or low? 30% chance this is a no name, no picture badge.
Low.
Low. It is not. It has a picture of the guy that you squished. and his name, and this is Davis Jacobs badge, security, and it just says his name and his department. And this badge is gray. It's a dark gray in color.
Well, I'm going to clip it on my shirt or something. And I think I should actually acquire another card for Ace just to make her disguise a bit more convincing. Although I'm not sure if that will even matter anymore with the alarm going off. But who knows? Maybe we can blend in to the chaos.
Okay. Well, while you're kind of doing that, Ace is running over to the sink, is trying to, clean off some of the gray matter and such. As you guys are doing that, one of the other booths, the curtain is starting the curtain, the door is starting to get pulled aside. I'm not even going to make you wear awareness to notice that, because it's not that big a room. It's obvious. I'm sorry, man. It's bugging out. I can't understand what you're saying.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm gonna quickly yank whoever's at the curtain into the room and just try and put my hand over his mouth so he doesn't shout or scream.
Okay. Actually, this guy. Do you want to go in to get an idea of what? Looking at this person, determine what you can about them and stuff. Do you want to roll an awareness, or do you just want to take your? Is that just what you want to do?
I'll do the awareness first.
Okay.
22.
22 is more than sufficient to get this. This guy is relatively slight. He is a body 4. He has ports, jacks on the back of his neck, and on both arms. He's got an OptiShield cyberware deal on his face. And his right arm is a cyber arm. But again, relatively speaking, low body, especially compared to you. And it is not hard to figure out he's a netrunner.
Right. Okay. What's the exact thing we are looking for in here again? Me and Ace, what are we assigned to try and find here?
You're looking for the data center.
Oh, how handy.
Yeah, you're looking for the data center. You have some piece of electronics to play, and was that it? You had the you have a couple pieces of electronics you're supposed to be placing in the data center, in a particular spot.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and intimidate this man. I'm going to say to him, how about you help me and my friend here get to data center, you work with us, otherwise I will be making a profit off of that fancy arm of yours.
We're going to roll your intimidate, but he's rolled a 10 and
18 on intimidate.
He rolled it, but he rolled a natural 10. So he's just like, okay, all 4'6" of them. Is just looking up at you, and he's just completely defiant. He's like, I don't have to do what you say. I'm a netrunner.
Okay,
I can steal your identity before you can blink. I don't have to do what you say.
His arm and give it a little tug just to remind him of the kind of danger he's in right now.
Okay, are you attempting to do damage?
I just want to give his cyber arm a sharp tug to kind of make him feel, oh my god, this man could actually rip my arm off.
Holy shit. He avoids your grip. You reach out and try to grab his arm, and he jerks his arm away. The only way he was going to be able to avoid you was a natural 10, and I rolled a 10.
Define.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know what to try now.
You can go ahead. Okay. Yeah, you tried your intimidate. And he rolled a 10 to defend. You were going to grab his arm and try to basically intimidate him again, effectively.
Yeah,
Um,
accentuate the point.
But he takes a couple steps back, and he's actually. Why don't you do your awareness again, considering how he's been rolling?
21.
Okay, that is enough. I'm going to say that's enough. He has taken a couple of steps back, and his arm is starting to move toward the wall, kind of like he's going to lean on the wall or something. But you notice there are jacks on that wall. And he does have cables and stuff on that arm. Or excuse me, he's got ports rather on that arm. As his hands going up toward the wall, cables start snaking on their own out of his arm, heading toward the ports on the wall. Live wire.
I'm going to charge at him and just straight up shoulder barge him. I think that's the best way of disrupting his plans.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So that's a roll. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. What kind of a roll? What kind of do you have a? There's not a charge, I think, on the chart, or a.
Maybe athletics.
There is a ram attack.
Ram. That's what I was trying to ring. Yeah. Ram. I'm sorry, Impulse, you broke up pretty bad. I heard you say Ram, but the rest of it was...
Yeah, it's Ram. It's in Friday Night Fist Fight in Pacific Rim.
Oh, okay. It's in Pac Rim. What style do you have? You just have wrestling facility? Yeah. Okay. Let me... Do we know...
The only things that get bonuses to Ram are Sumo and Panzerfaust.
Okay. Which he does not have either one. Though for a 16 body, he should be a Borg, but he's not. So anyway. So you don't get a bonus. You basically can roll your wrestling, but no bonus to hit or anything.
Okay.
And charge
24.
him. Okay, so... So this guy's a body 5... He's going to have a dodge escape. He's going to have reflexes. He's going to have reflexes of that and that. So we'll see. He has a plus 10 for his dodge and escape.
Pretty shocking.
What can I say? I rolled it. Okay. He does not. He's like as you're trying. You just start charging and running at him. He's only a few feet away, a meter maybe away. But he was about arm to the wall. The cables were coming out, about to touch the wall. He sees you. He tries to move in toward the wall as you're running toward him. But you body check him. If you watch, American hockey, you slam him into the wall. And again here though, I don't know if I asked. Are you attempting to do damage on this one? Or are you just trying to...
with his idea of plugging them into the port. Okay.
So yeah, so you slam him up against the wall, and yeah, you definitely rock him to the side, or knock his arm to the side and stuff. And the cables that were snaking out of his arm retract as he's not getting closer to the port. Now he's moving further away, so they actually go back into his arm.
I think I need to accentuate my point with the whole intimidation thing. I am going to properly grab this arm and basically put him in a shoulder lock that I will take this off and sell it if I want. And he better damn well cooperate.
Okay, so let's see. So you rammed him. This would be your second action. You can roll a grapple to try and put him in the lock. Okay. Shoulder lock. And... I already determined what his D&E was.
-2 for multi-action, isn't it?
3 for your second action, 6 for the third action, etc.
Okay. 23.
Oh, I don't think there's much chance he was going to avoid that. So yeah, you get him in... What was that?
gonna say you're saying you never know. He's been rolling a lot of 10s.
Exactly. That's at this point. I don't think I can make any assumptions that. Well, yeah, there's no way he can avoid that. At this, I mean, he's had 2 10s at good times for him. But no, you do get him into a lock this time, and
I just want to intimidate.
okay. You got him in a lock, and again, you broke up some, but I understand you want to try. You're trying to intimidate him still, again,
Yeah.
whatever. Okay, so
I'm
this
going
would be
to-
your third action though on this round.
So that would be -6 on intimidate.
Correct. -6. Yes.
Oh jeez, I don't think I would make that.
Uh,
I don't know what his cool is, because the last time you rolled to resist my intimidation, you just straight.
right.
So, I'll risk it.
Okay. You risk it. Okay. I'm going to roll to confirm what. Last time I just did a D10. I was just thinking, well, if it's high, if it's high enough. If it's a 10, he resists you. Almost anything else, it really didn't matter what his cool was. I didn't think there was any chance he could resist you, but then he rolled a 10. So
50.
15. Let's see what his cool is. I'm going to give him a minimum 3 cool.
I think shoulder checking him into the wall kind of destroyed his
Holy crap.
resolve.
He rolled a 10. He rolled a 10 again to resist your intimidate. Okay, so you now have him pressed up against the wall. He's in a shoulder lock. You've got a hold of that cyber arm. And he's still like, you can't intimidate me. I can beat you. It doesn't matter what you do. You can take my arm. I can still beat you. You just wait. You just wait till I get in the net. What's that? I'm sorry.
Does he see the dead body off to the side with the crushed skull?
He hasn't looked that way. His eyes have actually his optoshield. His face has been focused on you the whole time. So who knows if he's you know.
I'm passing.
He keeps rolling. Okay, I'm sorry, man. He keeps rolling 10s.
I'm just gonna pass my turn.
Okay, so you got him in the lock. He's being completely defiant. But we're gonna keep going around here while you're because
I'm trying to intimidate like the whiniest little brat imaginable.
He is most definitely a whiny and probably very entitled feeling. Probably confident in his net skills. So confident in his net skills that even with this massive mountain in front of him, he doesn't care. So we'll come around. You and Ace are together. Stringer.
Yep.
Man. Okay, so you are dressed. You got some grenades. You have food. You're heading to see Coil.
Yep.
Okay. You get to the door. The garage door is open. The point defense systems that have been up, there were 2 of them that have been up here it's every time you come in, it seems like there's something different in use. Robot arm, AI thing, a point defense, whatever's. There are 3. As you walk up to the big open door, there are 3. One right in front of you, one to each side. Point defense systems pointed in general toward the door. They're scanning. As you walk up, all 3 of them lock on and point directly at you. And a mechanical voice says, "Stop! Do not enter. Identify.
I'll give it in a stupid way.
I'm sorry, it completely broke up. What'd you say again?
Yeah, I'll give a dumb smile
Oh,
and a stupid
okay.
wave, and then say it's Stringer here. My voice is going rattly.
Oh, okay, no problem.
I'm
I understand.
just gonna cough.
Okay, no problem. I understand. So
Yeah, that's better now.
you identify, give your name. The mechanical stuff says voice print identified. Access granted. You may continue. You may enter.
Walking, but I'll give it a wary look as I go past it.
Okay, and there's 3 of them. These aren't the small ones like the one you grabbed early in the game. These are the full size you'd mount on the corner of a building. Big one. I mean, 5-6 foot tall, 4 foot wide, 3-4 foot wide. Huge things.
Yep.
But as you come in, Coyle is over on the side by her workbench, and she is frantic. She's packing. She is packing up everything. It's obvious she's getting ready to get the hell out of here. That's all. Oh, sorry. You gonna head over to her?
Yep.
Okay. As you're heading over to her, she doesn't seem to even notice you come up. Walking up. She doesn't respond or turn or anything. But she's frantic. She's throwing stuff in a couple of boxes. Tools and parts and stuff are getting stacked. And there is a old mail delivery truck, which is much, well, I don't know what you guys over there use for mail trucks, but anyway, it's basically a small box truck, big van, small box truck that stuff's being loaded into. But she's packing up. She doesn't notice you're approaching.
Up over in her direction, and when I get closer, I'll call out. There you go.
She will jump. She will just completely jumping out of her skin, jump or turn around. Stringer, shit, scared. Man, you scared the shit out of me. Yeah, well, I'm packing up. There's your weaponry right there. I left it out for you. I was hoping you'd show up to get it picked up, or it was going to get packed in the truck with everything else, because I'm leaving.
Well, things are definitely heating up around here. So, what are you doing with the place while you're gone?
She goes, I'm leaving those set up, and I'm just going to go find somewhere to ride out the storm. She says, this is just not my thing. I'm gonna go spend some time in the country, so to speak.
Yeah.
I actually have some friends with the Nomad Pack. I think I might do some traveling. I couldn't understand you, man. I'm sorry. What was that?
How are you doing for ready cash?
She said, like, I think I'm okay. She says, hey, never turn down a bonus though.
Yeah.
Never turn down a bonus. But no, but I appreciate it. She's like very frantic, hectic, throwing stuff in boxes, carrying them over to the truck. You know, probably 75% done.
Yep.
There's some small stuff that, like, there's a box of screws and bolts that have spilled on the floor, and she's just ignoring it, which is unlike her. Some other stuff.
Reach for my wallet, look in there. There's 2,967 eddies in there. So, well, actually, there's some of that is probably going to be coins, so let's call it 2,000.
Sorry, 2007.
There's two. I've got listed on cash that I'm carrying is 2,967.
But some of it's going to be other stuff. Right, right.
I've
Okay.
got some on chip. I've got some in the bank. Where my money is. But let's say that 2,967 is 2,950 in notes and a handful of coins.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll hand over the notes to her, 2,950.
She kind of, let's see. She at first doesn't notice the money, but as you're trying to, obviously you're trying to hand her something, she'll just after a few seconds, it's like it takes her a round or two to realize you're trying to hand her some money, and she stops and she will accept it, and she basically gives you a hug, and is like, I appreciate it very much. She's like, it's just the shit's getting too deep. I hope you didn't need anything today. Tell me, actually, she says, she's like, no. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? I'm about ready to head out, but if there's something you need, what can I do?
Well, I've got this helmet for the sniper rifle. I just need the thing set up so that when I put it on, it reacts to my retinal. You know, was it the WSSA sniper rifle with the helmet?
Yeah. Okay. Basically,
It's that.
get it activated so you can use it is what you're after, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. She kind of calms with the 10. She actually does calm down a bit. She actually brings a couple of tools back out of the truck, plugs in to the helmet, and starts checking it out. And we're gonna do.
On the van, I'll shift some boxes while you're doing that.
Okay. Yeah, she'll point out as she's starting to work on it. She's like, "That's ready. That's ready." If you, thank you. You know. And so she is going to be using luck, so ones don't matter. So she's going to have to get into it. She's going to have to adjust it, and so on. Give her 3 rolls. Okay. That is, I'm going to call that as if she's very good at what she does. So, and is it permanent? There you go. Okay. So she is, it takes her, how long? It only takes her about 10 minutes. She gets it modified. She does the work on it. She almost sounds like she's having some trouble working on it. But in the end, she says it's all done. She says, I wasn't able to get it tailored to you specifically, but I was able to make it where if you put it on, if anybody puts it on, it will activate and work for them. Just the act of putting it on will activate it, turn it on, and stuff.
Great stuff.
And basically, the other rolls she was having some trouble with it. But then the final roll was is this a permanent fix or a temporary one that might break on you? And she rolled a 10 for that. So, yeah, it's good. So yeah, she's got that. She'll get it back to you to test it. She'll actually let you help you get it on and make sure it works for you. Okay, it does what you wanted it to. And that only took about 10 minutes. She's like, "Is there anything else you need before I finish getting out of Dodge?"
Well, sort of. I was going to ask if you could put my thumbprint on the door in case I need to lay low while this shit's going down. If it's not safe to go back to my flat.
Understand. Okay. She says, actually, you already have access to my
I do.
to the place. I set you up the other day.
Yeah.
So yeah,
thanks,
you've got, and there's actually, let me go back to the map here real quick and look at where her place is. That's the docks. Oh yeah, it's right there. Is her place.
Yeah, it's near the Black Tacos.
It's across the street. Yep.
Yeah.
she'll let you know there is actually a if you go in the building on the opposite side, opposite block. If you come in this side, you got the main doors and stuff on this side. But if you come in from this side, you go up to the 4th floor of that building, and she'll describe what door it is. There's an apartment in that building, and if you go in there, you'll find a trap door that actually has a stairwell that leads right down to a rear entrance to her place. So she's given you as much access as she has basically to the place and how to escape if need be.
Oh, so that when we did that job down in Mexico, I picked up some what do they call them, SIM cards.
Mm-hmm.
You know the personal ID ones, not the phone.
State
cards.
ID, state ID number. Yep,
Yeah.
cards.
You got any use for them?
Possibly. Depends on what, if I have any trouble getting out of town and stuff. She's like, I'm not like, I don't usually deal in IDs per se, but I'm not sure what it's going to take to get past Militech and Arasaka.
Yeah, well, you may as well have them because I'm probably not going to have much use for them.
She's like, she just is very appreciative. Let me see here. She's like,
one that was a security person for Biotechnica.
well, that could be interesting. Could be useful. She's like,
I owe you. Acquisition manager, he was.
I'm definitely gonna. We all make it through this crap. I'm definitely gonna owe you for this. She says.
No worries.
Yep. No, she's like, you may be the nicest person I've ever met.
Well, we can make it through this then.
Yeah. Okay. She doesn't actually break down, but she's getting emotional.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. So, I'm sorry if you had something else.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, basically, she's one of the, on my life path, I made a friend, and this was when I was 17. And I'm now 26, so we've known each other for 9 years.
A long time. Yep.
Yep.
So, yeah, she's just, it's clear that you have helped calm her down significantly. She was basically panicking completely. It's what I'd rolled before game started. Where I rolled a few of the contacts, if they were going to be available and stuff. But she was basically panicking. You've calmed her down significantly. So her plan is still, she will tell you, her plan is basically to get out of Night City. She's going to go hang out with a nomad pack she knows, and just let things cool down some before she comes back.
Yep.
And she's leaving those point defense systems set up to basically to protect her place here, but if something happens to it in between, she's just not going to worry about that part. She's just wanting to get out for a while.
Well, while you're out on the road, keep an eye out for a big, ugly, red, pink fucking bus.
I will at that. Maybe we'll meet on the road somewhere. And you guys finish getting the last couple of things into the truck, and she is, unless she got something else, she is going to roll out.
Yep, that was it. Oh,
okay.
I brought dinner.
Oh, food. Yeah, food. Crap. I haven't got any food. Okay, yeah, I'm going to stop across the street before I go too. Thank you. And she's gonna eat pretty quick. She'll sit down with you, but she's gonna eat it pretty fast. And she'll actually make a run across the street, come back with a couple of big bags full of stuff, and head out. So she is gonna head out. She is gone. So you will be alone. And there's still a lot of stuff in here. There's still some projects that are half finished. There's some tools that have spilled out on the floor, some parts and stuff laying around. It's a half stripped, half mess of a workshop. with point defense pointing at the opening in the big open door. And we're going to go to Impulse, to Mr. Mirage. It's fun when the whole party's split up like this. Sorry, everyone, for,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get around everybody. Hmm?
Yeah, it's like the horror movie. Let's split up and you check the cellar, we'll check the spooky attic.
Right. Mirage. Let's see. You were headed down the second part of that hallway. Your destination is at the end of the hallway. Let's give you another chance to run into anybody. Low means you do. Okay, then. You will run into... Let's see what they are.
While you're doing that, I'm going to go to the loo.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Okay. So you will, as you're coming around that corner, there is a group of net runners that come walking your way. I rolled for what roll they are, and I rolled 2 3s, and I rolled 8. So there are 8 net runners. And, yeah. Anyway, a group of net runners are headed your way. Let's see if they even care. They will actually, they will stop, and then they pause their conversation as you're walking up to them. And they're just looking at you. They are stereotypical nerds, by the way, in case that wasn't clear. Okay. So they're watching you walk by. Well, there it is. And one of them starts kind of whispering to the other. Awareness notice if you care what they're saying.
Yeah, probably would.
Okay.
22.
Oh yeah. One is kind of not very well, but trying to whisper and communicate with her. Say to somebody, the one next to him is like, she doesn't have a badge. Should we do something? And the other one's like, I don't know. Should we do something? And another one's like, well, the alarm's already going off, so maybe it's for her. Maybe they're after her. And they're having this conversation as you're walking by. Man, I'm rolling. Yeah. Okay. So no, they just continue to have this as you're walking by. They're just kind of talking to you. They're like, we should do something, shouldn't we? And they can't decide what to do. And one of them's going, she's really pretty, and oh, gotta love dice, man. You just gotta love dice. All it taken was over a 5, and they would have tried to confront you. They're down.
And it's like an exact place I'm supposed to set this, right? I'm going to continue, and I'm going to turn down a hallway, basically the first one I find, and then I'm going to go so that I can go back. No.
So, this little netrunner piece of shit. I'm not a big fan of him, to be honest. I'm gonna break his elbow. So, what kind of role would that be? I'm breaking the robotic elbow. Oh, so he's not trying to escape or anything like that. I don't think he's getting it, so I'll let him be close. I'll let him take his time, because I don't think he's gonna get it. I don't know if you'll beat my roll though. But even with a 10, I don't think you'll beat my roll. flashbacks. It's no use. I don't even want his help anymore. I've had enough. No more intimidation. No more intimidation. I am. I'm not even going to bother trying to intimidate him anymore. I am going to. I'm just going to pick him up on my shoulder, slam him on the ground, get on top of him. I'm going to find every cybernetic in his body and rip him out with my bare hands. Okay? That's the plan. Completely off the go. This little kids have got on my nerves now. I'm not allowing this to continue. No, it's the attack, you see. Should I throw him now? Is there a negative feedback with multi-action? What's the bonus to throw for the rest of it? I can't remember what that is.
A lot. Yeah, it's either a 3 or a 4, I can't remember. It might be a 4.
It also gives a 3 for throw. So it balances out so there's no negative. Okay. 17, like crit. Oh, what is going on here? There's something that's went wrong with the attack roll. I think I might have put a space in. No, 8 is my red, so 10 is I think I rolled a 3. Maybe we should recruit me. Basically, yeah. Just scoop him up by the legs and just punch him into the wall and the floor.
It's D6 plus. It's D6 plus body to martial art.
Oh, the damage is in there. 17. are terrifying. Yeah. Okay. I am an honourable man. I am a gentleman. I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to say to him, if you do not cooperate with us, you are going to go to the scrap heap. No, he's getting scrapped. Every single cybernetic can rip in the mouth. Every bit of metal I can find in his body is mine now. We're coming out. What was our goal for that? Straight up ripping him limb from limb.
Is Vasily actually making more of a mess?
Well, essentially, some little Cyberpunk netrunner little punk decided to just walk in the room without knocking or anything. I tried to intimidate him, he didn't cooperate. I told him, cooperate with us or else I am taking your cyber arm and I'm going to sell it. He continued not cooperating. So I decided, you know what, I can make a profit of this. So I picked him up, slammed him on the ground and ripped out all his cyberware. I think the security guard that was looking at the cameras before has probably dropped his popcorn by now. He resisted the intimidation every time. I tried to intimidate him like 4 times. He resisted every time, so
You paid the price.
I'm gonna sell his body for scrap.
All right.
Something that was on the floor when you were. Yeah, it is pretty accurate.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm gonna close the main garage door from the inside and lock it off. Okay. I head for the basically the person door to one side. Go through that. I'll check what the access system for the garage is. Press or scan thumbprint or voice, whatever, so I actually know the correct way to get in if I come back and I'm in a hurry. The dark arc.
I'm sorry? I missed the last.
Then I'm heading to see Doc Ock. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. 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 I'll go for low. I'll go front.
Just to let you know, I think there's something horribly wrong with the audio on the stream.
See if that's any
It
better.
sounds
Does that?
like you're trying to voice act a machine gun.
Okay. See if that sounds better. I just restarted voice meter. I didn't. Yeah. Now that when you said that, I looked and the levels were just stuck high. So see if that's better now. Hopefully it is. Okay. Okay. So you come up to the front. If somebody's still watching, I understand if you're not, but if somebody's still watching the stream, if you can tell me if the audio sounds better now, if that fixed it, I appreciate it.
Better now. I just turned the audio one.
Oh, you did. Okay, very good. Thank you, sir. Stringer, you're approaching so you come up down the front door. There's the little stairway going down to the basement off the street, and you go in the front. The door is actually hanging part open as you approach it. Usually, it's always been closed when you come in this way, but the door is half open, and there is a lot of noise and clanging and banging and noise and stuff from coming on from the inside.
Yep. Well, in that case, I'll open my courier's bag, battle glove out. The dispatch bag. You remember that I showed you a picture of the bag before?
I do. I recall.
Battle glove on, pistol out, safety off, and I'm going to head downstairs.
Okay.
If it gets dark, it's then low light shades go on.
I was going to say, do you have anti-dazzle? And you have low light, or what do you have?
Low light, anti-dazzle, and smart link in those. So
Okay.
I will also, when I'm doing that, engage the smart link on the pistol as well.
All right, we can do all that. As you come in, the lights as you walk in. I actually do an awareness notice. I'm going to describe a little bit, regardless, but as the little bit I can give you before awareness, as you're rolling it, the lights are flickering. There are some lights that are broken down here. There are, depending on what you roll. Oh, well, okay then. That answers that question. So, in the first room, the waiting room area, the reception area, some of the lights are broken. These are hanging off a chain, fluorescent style lights. A couple of them are broken. Some of them on chains and they're hanging to the side. So there's weird shadows and weird lighting what is left, and some of it's blinking. You are hearing from the next room a lot of noise, but it's not like not like there's a fight going on. It's like drawers are being yanked out and thrown around, or stuff like stuff's being dumped over. Some mumbling of people talking to each other. You hear grab what you can, grab whatever you can. Look for the drugs. Look for the drugs. Lace. And stuff like that is what you're hearing from the next room.
Yep. Okay, I will, as quietly as I can, I'm going to get up to the door and try and take a peek around the corner.
Okay, so that would be stealth, and sounds like another awareness.
Yep. I'm going to use my 1.2, not fumble the stealth. What point it when you have a fumble? I rolled a 2.
Okay.
At least I got a 10 rather than the 9.
You did get a 10. You did get a 10.
And awareness?
Awareness of another natural 10 for awareness. Damn. Whoops. Alright, so... Or no, that was your first. Sorry. I was looking at your first 10. Pardon me. You got an 8. 18 this time. 18 this time. Okay, okay. So... we're going to give them a... And they are distracted. Oh, we're not going to give them a lot. Okay. So as you're peeking around the corner, there is as you are peeking around the corner, the noise suddenly stops. You stick your head out around the corner, and there are several boosters in here. Ragtag. There's like, let's see how many. Confirm how many here. There's only 4. There's 4 of them in here. In this room, you can still. There was still some noise coming from the rooms beyond this one, but there's 4 in this next room, and they have stopped what they're doing, and they're kind of looking looking around. One of them is looking in general toward the front, toward where you are. And with a 10 stealth, he's going to spot you. because they rolled high.
Tell me where the dock is, and I'll tell you where the light is.
Let's do a. Would you do a die? What do we determine your current? Do you have a number for your current rep, Night City?
Yep.
Sorry?
Where is it?
Yep.
Yep. Rep is 7.
Okay.
But
So
that hasn't been modified since my Ultra Special came out the other night.
So let's move. We're going to move it to an 8 in Night City, and if you'll roll that, so die cool, an 8.
Yep. So it's a cool +8.
I don't think that. Okay. What's your cool?
My cool is 8.
Your cool is 8.
Yeah. It just clicked up. It didn't give me. It's the only time you click something, it doesn't give you the option to modify it.
Okay, I see. That's why.
So
okay, so
need to add
your
the
actual,
8 for-
it's actually an 18.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Just rolling. Okay, so you're Stringer. I recognize you from the vids.
Yep.
He will turn around. He'll say to the other guys in the room, he's pretty cool. He does some good videos. He's done some cool stuff. I'm gonna say he's cool. You guys go back to searching, and the one guy will walk over toward the doorway that you're at. And he'll say, we came down here. We were gonna see what we could buy from him, and Doc was gone.
Yeah.
Place was empty. There were some other guys down one of those other rooms, but they're not bothering us anymore.
I'll Oh well. Damn. Guess half the bloody neighborhood is leaving.
You're like, yeah, I actually, last time, as soon as it was apparent from the cyberware that you previously didn't know you had, that you'd figured it out.
Yep.
I rolled for it, and he packed up at that point.
Yeah.
If as soon as you found out you had headed down here, you would have called him.
Yeah.
But it's been a day-ish.
Yeah. I'm going to go to the drawer that he took the that octo lace out of when he gave it to me, and pull it open.
Okay, the drawer is secured.
Yep.
It is a.
I shall.
It's.
I
Yep,
shall
go ahead.
switch the pistol to my left hand, and then I shall use the battle glove, which does 3d6 crushing damage, to basically crush and then bend and twist and then open the drawer.
Get it open. Go ahead and roll your 3d6.
Yep. Is it /R?
What's that?
/R, I think, is it?
Oh yeah, correct. /R space 3d6 literally, yeah. Oh, you're right on it. It I was thinking it has. I was going to give it a 12. So you're like crush and yanking on it and stuff, and it take on the second yank, the whole drawer comes popping open and some stuff comes flying out of it. There are multiple auto injectors and little vials. The vials are in a piece of foam. There are 6 of them, 6 vials, laid out in a piece of foam. There's a second piece of foam there that obviously was for the same thing, but there's one in that set left.
Yep. Did they say
They also-
octo lace or just lace?
They all of them have a sticker on them that is a cartoonish drawing of a guy with a lab coat and 4 arms, all mechanical arms.
Yeah.
6,
In that case, I'll
8,
grab 2 of
6, whatever. Octo,
Yeah.
however many arms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I'll grab 2 of the vials, 1 of the auto injectors, and I'll tell the guy this is the good stuff. It's the doctor experimental shit. It's better than regular lace.
The guy we were talking to is heading over to you. One of the other guys tries to shove in front of him, and he just smacks him, backhands him. He's like, "Keep your place." And he comes over to you, and he's like, "All right, you're taking, yeah, it's a good split. We'll take the rest."
7.
What's that?
I'm taking 2 vials out of 7.
Right. He's like, yeah, I'm happy. We're cool. He's like, most of the stuff in here is pretty damaged or whatever, but we got this. This is what we're looking for. So if there's something else you need, you go for it. He takes the other 5. He keeps 2 for himself and hands 1 to each of his fellows. He's like, we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can remember where the morphine was. And the speed healers. Maybe I'll remember, maybe I won't. But
well,
he did make a point of going on about the lace being, his experimental version and what have you. So
there are 3 other drawers. There are 3 other drawers in this cabinet. That's all locked up. There is
I'll do the same thing.
There is the old okay. You can roll. There is a glass covered cabinet that obviously had some stuff in it, but everything's been broken and is spilled out on the floor and destroyed.
Yep.
You yank on the next drawer and pull on it. It does not budge.
Yeah.
And okay. So the second drawer, whatever was in that, it's not budging and it's twisted and locked up now.
Yep.
Do you want to try the third?
Yep. Ah, fucking useless.
Same. Sorry, man. Same deal.
Oh well.
If you want to try to get at it another way, eventually you could get into it. But there's a pretty with the mechanism being all jammed up and crushed. There's a pretty good chance you'll damage whatever's in it. But it's up to you if you want to keep trying.
Yep. I'll see if I can rip my way in through the back.
Grab a hold of the whole thing. We're going to roll your damage one more time. Okay.
That's the shit rolls then.
Yeah, but if you just keep trying, you will be able to. It might take you a couple of tries. You'll get it. It'll finally rip off the wall. And let's see. Yeah, and the back is actually easier to tear out than getting at the drawers.
Yeah, I was going to start looking for. Do you remember the TV show Quincy?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Yeah, remember in the opening credits where he's doing the autopsy for those cops and he pulls out the bone saw to cut the top of the guy's skull off.
And people start
and they
passing
start
out.
fainting.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to look for something like that was designed for cutting cyberware, so it would cut metal, and then I was going to use that to go in the side of the back. But if I manage to get in there eventually, then
okay. If you want to keep missing, it'll take you about 10 minutes of screwing with this box if you want to try to get into it. And you will hear some stuff breaking as you're trying to get into it. But I will give, let's see. Let's see, you said morphine, there isn't any and or it is destroyed. What else are you looking for?
speed healers.
Speed healers. No, same deal. It's either what it wasn't any or destroyed trying to get into the box.
Yep. Oh well. Fuck.
A saw capable of for cyberware and stuff, but whatever. So you prefer high or low for this one?
Low.
No, not low enough.
Yep.
Not either not here or gone, or there wasn't. There probably was at one point, but there is not now. The other boosters somewhere in this all this time that you're continuing to screw with this, they went out the back through the back room. You could hear them mumbling, talking in there some, and apparently there were more people with them, and they have all left. They came the group of a dozen or so came back out the front and left while you were messing with that box.
Yep. Well, in that case,
Okay.
if I couldn't find anything, I'll leave and head home.
There's a lot of stuff all over the floor. I mean, if you continue to search the place, you might find something else worthwhile. But, you know, it's boosters looking for drugs have ransacked the place. So,
Yeah.
you know,
They're looking for drugs to get high on, not drugs to heal,
right.
I assume.
Well, looking for whatever they can find. If they're not something they decide to use, they can try to sell it.
Yeah.
Dorfers, I guess these would be actually Dorfids. But, all right, where are you heading next? Then we're going to go around.
I'll head home.
You're heading back to your place. Okay. Gonna walk again?
Yep.
Okay. Chance of running into somebody? Okay. There you go. We'll come back around to you in a moment. Mr. We got Impulse. Sorry, Miss. Mirage. Miss Mirage. You are blending in at the coffee station. You are blending in. You look like you're supposed to be there better than the other people that are supposed to be there. You are watching the mirror. And as you're watching the mirror, two other people come walking down the hallway. You will notice. And as soon as they come around you see two figures. Again, it's hard to make out very much detail, especially at any distance. But from the far side of that hallway, two figures come around the corner, and the group that is the net runners, they just quickly move away. They're like, okay, we're out of here.
Sorry, that's two. So that's two more figures who are now,
So-
who can see the briefcase, or like, well, where
No.
I need to put the briefcase.
You're at this, yes, down that hallway. So you got that hallway where you need to put the briefcase. Two figures have come around the corner and are heading generally your direction. The net runners continued the direction they were and left. And the hallway where you are is just around the corner, crowded, offices, people, coffee station, drinking water fountain, and these two are coming down. You rolled high enough. If you want to just continue to stay here and observe, you can, for the moment,
Yeah, like I'm waiting for my opportunity to go
to get back around the
and
corner.
do my job.
Okay. As these two come around the corner, they are security, obviously security. They are both dressed all black except for their couple of insignia, which is a blacked out insignias. And one of them, as soon as they come around the corner, they kind of look around, and one of them says, "Everyone here, you know what this alarm means. You're supposed to be in your offices, not getting coffee." And they come around the corner and they walk up to the coffee area. One of them walks up the coffee area, one of them is still watching the hallway. As they've said that, some of the others, they don't seem to be in too much of a hurry, but they start moving back to their offices and stuff. After a minute or two, the hallway will start to clear. You're still at the coffee maker. At the
Can you
break
say-
area.
but one of them is still
Well-
watching the hallway.
They are both in this hallway where the break area is. The break area is nearly clear. Basically, these people were ignoring that the alarm was going off. Basically what the guy's saying is this alarm, you're supposed to be getting into your office, you're supposed to have the doors closed, you're supposed to be clearing the hallways, you know. And these people were pretty much ignoring all that, doing what they normally do anyway. But so they are slowly starting to comply. The one dude, one of them is like talking to people at the thing, going, "Look, go. I don't care. Finish your coffee. Finish making that. That's fine. Get back to your office." That kind of stuff.
I'm guessing,
The other guy is just
there,
a couple of feet behind him, wingman kind of thing.
Is there any way for me to slip past them?
Act like you're going to an office.
Well, I mean,
You go around go
Yeah.
around the. Okay, you can walk away from the break area as if you were heading where you're supposed to be, but go around the corner. Assume you're going to go around the corner back to place the briefcase.
yeah.
Basically,
pretty much.
you're going to have another stealth. They're going to have awareness notice check to see if they notice you don't have a badge.
Okay.
And I'll just tell you what's going to happen if they don't find some reason to stay. They're going to continue their patrol.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock it because, again, don't want to cause a scene. 35. Not even a crit.
Okay then. And I'm considering that your stealth is not to blend in and to try to keep where you might have a badge, not facing where they are.
Pretty much, yeah.
To not, even if they're watching for badges, it won't become obvious that you don't have one.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so these guys are higher level security. They have awareness notice. They are going to have an opportunity, a chance to notice that you don't have a badge. Although it's going to take a lot, basically a 10, because rolling it's a 35. A 9, but not a 10. They are, as you are moving back around the corner, they are being very aware. They are looking at people. They are looking for badges. They're not like checking IDs, but they're looking at faces. They're looking at badges and stuff. But you are able to make your way back around that corner without them noticing. Or without them stopping you or anything, I should say. They notice you. They will notice you going around the corner, but they don't notice it in a way that prevents you.
Yeah. Oh, let's get that fucking briefcase just done so I can leave.
So
Oh,
it's
there anymore.
I'm going to divide it by 2. So 4 or 5. It takes 4 or 5 minutes for everybody to finish clearing that hallway. So basically, you're either going to have to continue to walk back the way you came, or hang out in this other hallway and hope they don't come back around the corner.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep going, air quotes. And yeah, hope they don't double back.
We're going to have you got to try to be on the opposite from the hallway from where they are long enough for you to get this placed without them noticing in the mirror.
Yep.
Okay. Alright. Eventually they do continue on their way. And I was about to say the hallway's clear. There was a 30% chance that somebody else was going to come down the hallway where you need to pull the briefcase. And there's a 1. Now these guys are clearing the hallway, so there's an increased chance that there's security. Okay, so you go back the other way, and you come around the corner, And you, as you're going around that other corner, you can see the mirror that those two, the security that were shuffling, trying to get everybody to go back to where they're supposed to be, those two continue that down away from you, down that way. But as you come back around this corner, you run into two security guards.
Just going to duck into an office. I'm
a room.
complying with what I was told by the others.
Okay. So I'm going to say over here, this is a not commonly used area compared to the offices anyway. So 50-50 chance that the nearest door is unlocked, and then a 50-50 that it's occupied. So, high or low? Would you prefer to be your benefit?
Hi.
High to your benefit. So, is it locked? It is not locked. Is it occupied? Wow. It is not occupied. It is a filing room. File cabinets. Desk.
Yep.
Microfiche type, not literally, but, you know, type machine. Terminal for accessing data and so on. That's what's in this room.
Okay, cool.
Guys, guards are walking by. There is not a window. This is a solid door.
Yep. No, I'm yeah, gonna listen for them to basically walk by, and once they've gone by, I'm going to quietly and quickly place that fucking briefcase.
All right. You know, I'm
Place
I'd
it
like
where
to-
it will do the most damage.
he actually has the plans and stuff. There is a specific spot near a specific support column that he's supposed to be placing it. Or she is, character player. Anyway, so awareness notice. Solid door. So are you going to be able to hear him? Or could tell? Okay, so as they come around the far corner, you're coming around, you're walking down the hallway. You kind of half, nod to them, that, hey guys, kind of thing. Walk into the office, close the door behind you. You hear footsteps close to the door and walking away from the door. But considering it's a solid door and so on, let's give them a chance. See if they roll low. No, they are not making a hell of a lot of noise. Basically, you only hear them when they're within a few feet either side of the door as they walk by.
Yeah. I'll give it a little bit of time, couple seconds, maybe like 30 seconds, and then I'm going to quietly and carefully peek out of this place to see, start making inroads to putting the briefcase in that panel.
Okay, so stealth and awareness. Stealth to confirm you do it in such a manner that is not obvious. Wow. That, you're peeking out the door as opposed to something else.
Cool. I don't care if I don't notice that if they're there or not, because they don't notice I'm there.
So, yeah, you are perfect in the method you use for opening the door and looking around. Nobody could possibly determine that you are doing something other than doing exactly what you're supposed to do as part of your job and work for the company and so on. However, not however. As far as the hallway is completely clear. You take a quick glance at the mirrors on either end. You don't see anybody coming. It looks like the hallways on either side are clear. You're good to do whatever you want to do. Nobody's around.
Cool. I'm gonna still being. So I don't trust anything in this monster box of a corporation, and so I'm gonna carefully and quietly make my way down the hall.
You're actually not far. The door you ended up picking is not far from the spot where the briefcase needs to go. Are you going to go ahead and try to place it?
Yeah. Well, if there's no one there.
You rolled your awareness. There is nobody around.
Then
This
yeah,
is
cool.
this is as empty as the hallways have been since you got down here.
Yeah.
Okay. So you give a pull on that panel. It's no big deal. It doesn't even require a roll. You get the panel open. Inside, off to one side, there are several pipes. There's some clean outs. There's some access points for the pipes, for the drains and stuff. And there's a divider, and there's some electrical stuff off to the other side. Set the briefcase inside. Snap that thing back in place. One moment. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. One more. Okay. So you snap that back in place, and from as okay, I'm gonna give you a stealth on getting this back in place before the next thing happens. See if they see you doing it. Okay.
Last luck point. 34.
Oh, I don't think there's any way. Other than a natural 10, there's no way they're gonna make that. So. Okay. So you get that snap back in place, and as you're standing back up, 2 guards from each side come around the corners.
Okay. I'm guessing they look like they're just patrolling, right?
They don't seem to be like running, they're not rushing after you. So that would be the implication, yes, that they're patrolling.
Cool. I'm gonna make my way back into that office room.
Okay, well, it's still not locked.
Yep.
You just go down a little bit and open the door and step in. Okay. Give them a chance if somebody's going to decide to check the office. Yep. Let's see, that was the first set. Damn, just high and low, high and low. You got a 10 there. One of them that's a noticing something. So, yep. Just another minute or two after you're in the office, that door handle starts to churn. You didn't lock it or anything. Door opens and there's a guard standing there.
Oh. Yeah, I just smile and say, "Oh, hi. Can I help you?"
ID, please. Very matter of fact, flat. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna like rummage through I'm guessing if it's an office, there's a desk.
Mm-hmm. There is.
Gonna rummage through the desk and see if there's an ID in there. Okay, I put it here somewhere.
High or low? Yeah, 20%.
Hi.
This is all about the rolls tonight. Oh my god.
See, I know that you love rolling 10s against me.
Holy
so
crap!
I knew to say hi.
There has been an inordinate number of 10s and 1s, but 10s for sure in this game. All right, so just another minute. We're gonna go around some more. But you find an ID. It is one of the ones without a name or anything on it. It just has the Militech stuff, logo and such on it.
Yeah, I present the ID.
You'll present the.
Here it is. Got it. There you go.
Accepts it. He looks at it. Kind of examines it. Grabs a pad off his. It's kind of clipped. little machine clipped to his belt. Scans it. He's like, scans it again. I give him, what did I do? A 3 and a 4. That's going to be, or 4 and 3 rather. He's like, this isn't, he says. He hit some more buttons on there. Wow, yep, he rolled low again. He hands it back to you. He goes, okay. You might go down to security and have him check that badge.
Oh, is there something wrong with it? What? And I kind of like look at it, you know, like, oh, well, shouldn't be anything wrong with it. You know, kind of the bewildered. This is my ID. It's always look. What's going on?
It's coming back with some garbled information. So on. So, I'm not sure what's happening there. The name isn't coming up. But it is coming up as a valid ID, so just get it checked out. I need to get back on patrol.
It's yeah, will do. Thank you very much.
He leaves, closes the door behind him. The other guard that was with the pair, the other one stood out in the hallway while he came in and did that. He was visible through the doorway, by the way. And
Yeah.
you will get a text on your phone that says, "You're welcome," from an unknown source.
Yep. Cool. Alright.
And, okay. So you're in the office. You have an ID with you now. You know how it reads. And we're going to go around. Vasily. You have torn a camera off the wall. You have a decent splattering of blood and a couple of resistors and such across your clothing. There's like a line across your face of that, you know, from one squirt of a arterial vein. And Ace, you are there. Of course, this is both of you right now. Ace was able to. I'm sorry, your character was able to get cleaned up some. There was a sink. There is a sink in here. You were able to clean up some. That did happen while, you know, Vasily was having his fun with the Netrunner. What you guys gonna do?
Very fun.
Gates down, doors are locked, or as far as you know, you've been told, you've been ordered by security to wait, stay in there.
I'm not really a big fan of obeying authority, to be honest. So but they're probably covering the door already. Ace, any idea?
Probably not if they told us to stay right there.
But something I just remembered from last time, Vasily. I don't remember if I'd actually brought it up yet or not, but you get, if you didn't, I don't remember if we, like I said, if we started it, your phone, your work phone, or your phone, you don't just have the one phone, that's right, you just have the recently acquired one. But anyway, you get a encrypted priority 4A from work, from the company, and it just says opportunity, or target of opportunity, retain and deliver, and it has a name and a photograph. Should be either should be is officed in or near the data center at your current location.
Okay, and where is the data center, like distance-wise, relative to us?
according to that map up there that you guys saw when you first came in, it's not far. It's a couple more, maybe another turn or two down these hallways, and you should see an entrance to it. According to that map, anyway.
But there will be security on the way here. We will be getting interfered with.
Possibly.
Most likely. It's a complicated situation we found ourselves in.
Yeah.
How thick are the walls?
How would you like to try and determine that?
Just give them a little knock, listen to the sound they make, see if I can, maybe like put my fist through it or something. Just a test. See if I can make my own path.
Are you just going to do the knock, or are you going to go ahead and try to put your fist through it?
Knock first to kind of test if it will break my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see if I'll be able to kind of carve my own hallway, essentially. I doubt I will be able to. I don't even think the Silly's that strong, but I mean, it's worth a shot. I'd
Well,
rather not stick around.
if you do some going around the room, the back wall seems to be pretty solid. The wall on one side, you got the wall out to the one hallway, you got the wall on the other one side. The short wall, the two short walls, both of those do not seem to be completely solid. The back wall does for sure. The front wall, maybe. Do you have a basic tech?
No.
Okay. You have, what else? Oh no, you probably, if you don't have basic tech. Yeah, so, kind of knocking on the walls. This one seems really solid and dull thuds. The other three are not as. You're not an engineer, you're not a tech. You don't know.
So,
You know.
when I was walking down the hallway to enter this room first, so do I know from the kind of layout of the building, if I crash through one of these walls, where am I going to end up? Like, am I just going to end up outside in the hallway anyway, or?
So, if we say that you came in, if we're looking at the door you came in, the north wall is where the kitchen, all the kitchen stuff is, and that's the one that seemed more solid. The east and west wall, the west wall, if you had to guess, is probably on the other hallway, the next hallway you need to go down.
Well, I guess we're going west. How should I go about doing this though? Don't want to injure myself.
Right.
I'll just
Yeah.
see if I can push through the wall.
Just shoving at it.
Yeah, essentially I want to push the bricks loose or whatever's holding it. And just push a hole
if you're just gonna push, let's see. Let's do, you have strength feet. Do you have strength feet?
through it. Yeah.
Let's try that. Let's do strength feet.
Okay.
Holy crap. Yeah,
do have
it's
strength
that 16. Damn. Okay. Very good. Okay. Well, at 29, and shit. All right. So, how heavy is this wall? Oh, that figures. That's just the way that goes. I was about to say, yeah, I mean, shit, at a 29, how could you not push through the wall? Okay, so what happens is, you're on that west wall, you just kind of randomly picked a spot, you are pushing, shoving on that wall, and all of a sudden the area that you're leaning against, that you're just putting your whole weight against, and all the strength of your mass against it, it collapses about 2 inches. You tear away some of that plaster or drywall, whatever the material of the wall is. You tear that stuff out of the way, and there's a block wall there. It just wasn't It was a couple inches, 2.5, 3 inches behind the surface.
God damn it. I really do not want to go through that door because I
Okay.
get the feeling they will be covering it by now.
Roll your awareness.
Alright. 22.
Okay, well 20
We're
will
going
cover
well for
it.
awareness lately.
Yeah, 20 was enough. As you are pulling some of this wall material out of the way, you realize that it's a cinder block wall there. If you look to one side or the other side, you'll notice this block wall area is about 3 feet wide. Beyond that, there appears to be a cavity.
So basically what you're telling me is the way around this cinder block wall.
Basically, what you've done is you picked the spot on the wall where there was a support structure right inside the wall, right where you decided to push. So, if you go to your left, you go to your right, try again, you might make it through. You try again.
So we're going to go around it? Okay.
You know?
We'll scrimp it again then.
Yep.
I'll put one point
Basically,
off
I basically, yeah, no, you're good there. I determined that you could, if you rolled high enough, make it through the wall. But then I rolled a 10 for how thick the wall was. Well, shit. And yes, a 25 would have been sufficient, both times. So you go to one side, you lean on it, you're pushing, you shove through this side of the wall. There's actually some studs, basically, I don't know if you're familiar with wall construction. But if you avoid those and continue to push, other than some sound deadening material, there's basically no other structure between you and the hallway. So you shove through the other side. If you can squeeze between the studs or break them off, which isn't a problem for one of you, it may be a problem for the other one of you.
I don't think I'll be able to squeeze through, but I'll try, I guess. Like, go sideways.
I'm just going to play it out. So as you decide to try to squeeze between the studs, there's this creak, 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 snap! One of them just breaks off and kind of swings loose, and you make it through.
Thanks for clearing the way.
He made a hole.
I'm assuming this is a separate hallway from the one that's like leads out from the door. We've not
No,
just
so
made a new door to the same hallway.
Basically the door you guys came in from was on the south side, and that was the only entry exit point that was designed to be here. So looking from that front door in the left side, you may have made a hole through the wall into another hallway.
Good.
Is
So it
this
wasn't a
hallway?
pointless endeavor.
No, but is this hallway crowded? Yep. No. Yep, that's all high enough. Okay. There are several people moving through this hallway. As you guys come out, there is a squad, basically. There are six. Yeah, six. 6 security personnel jogging from the far end of the hallway, coming this way towards you. They are approaching you, and you just made a big hole into the hallway, and people started like shock, surprise. Somebody screams. They're scattering as this group of security personnel are headed your way. And while that's happening, Stringer, you went back home. Are you just going? Are you? What is your plan from here, or are you? I don't know. What is your plan from here?
I'm going to head home.
Okay.
I'm going to do some editing.
Oh, okay.
What else? Something on my character sheet to check because I've got. And I'm going to check on the time because I've got 2 lots of you know, the live crime things that I've been recording, where we're committing the crimes.
Right.
I've got two lots
Gonna
of
work on that stuff.
two of those that have residuals owed.
Yes.
And then I haven't been paid for the live stuff that I did the night the war started. Because I was too busy being shot to deal with the financials.
Holy crap. Okay. Oh, that was a mistake. I didn't mean to do it that way. 7, 8, 9, 9, 18. Okay. You get back home. You will check your account or your records and stuff. You'll have additional 2,400. And that you'll have a 2,400 that did come to you. There is a 7,000 pending deposit. It has not come through yet. So you're not sure what's going on with that. It's not really marked detail of why it's pending, why it didn't just post, but it's there. And you also have a package when you get back from that designer that's been your patron, so to speak.
Yep.
You got a new suit with a hat. There's actually 3 new suits in this package. There's one is for you, one is for Vex, and one's for Morales. Because that's what you asked for, and they eventually granted your request.
Yep.
So as long as it is completely undamaged,
for a more stylish version of Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah. So you got the suit and the hat. This is SP 15. If you're wearing the whole, for whatever parts you're wearing. If you wear the whole outfit, which it won't go over the Metal Gear, by the way, but if you wear the whole outfit, you will have a +4. As long as it's completely undamaged and clean and everything, you'll have a +4 for your wardrobe and style.
Yep.
And so will they, if they're not out of style by the time they play again.
Yeah.
And assuming you give it to them and so on,
Oh yeah, I will, because they won't fit me properly. So that
No, they won't. No, these are tailored perfect to fit each person, and it's not just by body type. These are to fit a given person.
Yep.
Okay, so you got the clothes, you got some money. The $7,000 pending thing is kind of weird. Usually those transfers, once you see them, they come through. There's no delay, so you're not sure what's going on with that. And you're going to do some editing and stuff. Yeah?
Also, the piece I put out about the one I rolled 43 on, that was about the Robert's getting Arasaka and Militech together as investors without either of them knowing, and the thing that's basically went public,
that
the information got told. Yeah, I want to check what the viewing figures are like on that, because that was the one that I gave out to all the smaller stations for free.
Pretty massive.
Yeah.
All the stations that you gave that you passed that out to are all having record numbers, record-breaking numbers based on that story, that video, whatever. Yes, it is being watched very much by them. There is still seems to be oddly minimal to no reporting from the major, from like Net 54 and Network 54 and Net 20, whatever, 54 and 23.
Right.
Yep, they are. There's some blurbs about stuff here and there, but very minimal recording from both, reporting from both of them. And all that, you also do have a message. Your contact at 23 has sent you a message that there are high up meetings going on how they're going to report on this situation, and he suggests you not submit anything else until that's been decided.
Yep.
Because until that's decided, you probably don't want to let him know what you got. Okay. Okay. If you're good there, I'm gonna go around.
Yep.
All right, thank you, sir. Mirage, back to you. So there you go. You've got an ID that apparently has a scrambled name. It doesn't have a picture or anything on it, just the logos and such. And it appears from the message that Bartmoss must have helped you out on that to some extent, somehow.
Yeah.
And there you are.
It's time to get the fuck out of here.
Are you going to let him know that the briefcase is placed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll message people. Actually, just to be safe, I'm not going to do it until I'm clear of the building.
Okay. Let's see. So basically, you're leaving now, right? You're heading. Are you heading back to the garage, or are you just gonna like find a street exit or something and get out of town, out of Dodge, or whatever, out of the building?
I'm gonna find whatever exit I can bloody well find.
You're not worried about
Well,
going
I can
back to the
make a good
vehicle.
one.
Like, by this point, I don't really care which exit I use.
Yep. Speaking of all that, I need to do a couple. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. I need to do free rolls for Sky. One, 2, 3. Wow. Okay. Just get an idea how they've been getting on. 10. 10. And another 10. Excellent. Okay. So let's see. We're going to do this the fun way. Actually, Sky rolled 2 10s. 2 10s in a row, and except for the one, which you guys haven't heard from Sky, by the way. Since you got in the building, you've heard nothing since anything, so there's that. But anyway, so you're ready to head out. So you're going to have to go back up to a ground floor at least, probably. And then exit. So there's the roving patrols on the floor, on each floor, the security, and you got to go out of the stairwell at that point and get over to the other elevators to make it or find the other a different set of elevators to make it the rest of the way up to ground level, and then get the hell out. So initially, it's going to be stealth, and depends on how much you want to be paying attention to what's going on around you. If you want to roll awareness, also.
Yeah, I'll do both. 33, and that's a 23. Both pretty decent.
Both pretty damn decent. Yep. Okay, well, we're just going to do some general. You are now wearing a badge, so you're much less likely to be hassled. I assume you're actually put the badge on. You're displaying it. Okay.
Like, I would be ridiculously dumb if I didn't.
Okay. Yep. So, you don't get further hassled. You get to the stairwell. Now, at the stairwell, when you get to that stairwell where you have to go in and then you have to go up some floors, come back out, and then make that, because the one stairwell doesn't go all the way up, right? So there is, when you get to the one, there is a guard there. You'll have to give them the badge. That's what part of these rolls are. You have to give them the badge. They will scan it, and he says, something's wrong with the name's not coming up right on this badge. You should go get that checked out.
Yeah, that is the plan.
He says, your clearance is sufficient. You can go ahead, but you definitely want to get that checked out.
Yep, noted. Not. Yeah. I know that's. And I kind of like look at the stairs, and I'm kind of like, it's kind of the reason. But thank you.
Okay, so you're heading as you get through the stairwell door. I'd like to do another awareness one for me as you're going through there, or as it closes, whatever.
Another 23.
23 is sufficient. Okay. Well, can you roll too low? Yeah, you absolutely could. Okay. So, as you get through that door will latch behind you. And you will hear a hissing noise from outside the door. Not inside the stairway where you are, stairwell. But from... Oh, Baldur's Gate, okay. Anyway, from outside the doorway, you'll start to hear a hissing noise. If you look back through the little window so you don't, open the door into anybody, there is a smoke filling that hallway. A gas, a something. You will get a message from Sky that says, Nerve Agent has been released. Make your way to your exit quickly as you can.
I just send a reply. That's the idea.
So you make it up the stairs. You're coming out. There's another guard there. You have to show your ID again.
Yep.
This person, same kind of thing. You should get this checked out. Just almost verbatim.
Yeah.
Now, again, though,
when he says that, I probably say to him, "Oh, are you manning the other security booth? Because I'm pretty sure I just heard literally exactly the same words."
He says,
"Oh, right. Fine. Tell you have to say that." God.
He kind of looks around a little bit, and he kind of stands up a little bit. So there's a camera in the corner behind him. He kind of stands up a little bit. He turns his computer around. And he points, and there's your information, which there's just garbled characters with a name and contact info is supposed to be, and then there's a box. It says a box that's what the hell's the word? Anyway, this is what you say when this happens, and that's what it says in the box.
Yeah.
That's the response he has to use. He's like kind of shrugs, turns it back around, gets sat back down and stuff, so he's not blocking the camera now. But you get done with this guy. You start as you are walking away from him. You hear a click on that server door. He gets up and starts to look inside, and as you're walking away, you can see gas filling the stairwell. He jumps back to his computer and he's starting to hit buttons and doing something on the computer very quickly.
Yeah, I'm getting away because I don't want.
You're leaving.
Agent. Yeah, Nerve Agent is bad.
Nerve Agent's bad. He is doing that. You are trying to leave. Okay. You are going to continue to try to leave for the moment. You've got to head... I'm trying to remember. You guys took this elevator this far, didn't you, when you came in?
So,
Or no, that's not correct. You took the other stairs. No, you took the other stairs. They took the elevator. So, how do you said you're just finding any exit? Do you just want to look for an exit sign and whatever it says? Or do you want or the same way you came in? Or what do you think? What's your plan?
So the way I came in, it was like a car park, right?
Yeah. And the vehicle, the truck, was out there. It's where Sky is.
I mean, if there's any exit for me, really.
Okay. We'll do a roll through, see what comes up, see what signs are up in a minute. Facility A. You guys. So there's this squad quick march coming towards you. Vasily broke through. Well, actually, Ace, you may not even know it yet, because Vasily broke through the wall, stepped out. Vasily sees this. Yeah. What are you guys gonna do?
See, I had an absolutely insane plan, but I don't know if it will work or not.
it can't be any worse than the alternative.
I mean, so we have a floor plan of this place. We know where the data center is.
Basically, it's down that it's down that way. Yep.
I was thinking charge in a straight line directly towards the data center. Walls, people, whatever's in the way, I'm going through them, not around them.
That may not work because if you hit a firewall, it'll stop you dead.
Everything has a breaking point.
A foot thick cinder block wall is going to take some time to get through.
I have a hard head.
Okay.
Can I?
Okay, you are not.
You can mow these guys down with your 2mm, which will scare the hell out of them, or you can lead them on a merry little chase.
How narrow is this hallway?
This is a 5 foot wide, 4.5 foot wide, 4.5 or 5 foot wide, give or take.
It's a pretty
Hallway.
narrow hallway.
Well, it's what I said. No,
I
wait.
already know what-
4.5 foot's tiny. So.
Yeah, no, that was not correct. I'm sorry. It's going to be more like 10, 12 foot wide. I meant for it to be wider than that. I don't know what I was. Oh, I know what I was thinking was 4 or 5 meters. That's what I was thinking.
And
Pardon
how
me.
many innocent
Right, say
bystanders are between me and the security?
Well, they're scattering pretty quick. There were, when you first burst through, there were a bunch. Just a few seconds later, I'm going to divide that in half. Say there's 3 that are in the direct, like if you were to fire a shotgun or something, scatter pattern down this hallway, there'd be 3 between you and them.
Alright, well, my plan, I'm going to shout, everyone who isn't a member of security, get down on the ground, and I am going to spray my 20mm down the hallway.
I figured that was going to come into play.
Yeah, I knew. As soon as you asked how wide the hallway was, I was like, "Yep, know where
Yep.
this is going."
Oh, yeah, me too. Me
I've
too.
seen this before.
Initiative, gentlemen. Initiative. And Ace, did you come out into the hallway also, or are you still in the break room?
Not yet.
Not. I'm sorry. Not yet.
Not yet. I haven't had
Okay.
a chance to yet.
Okay.
But you see, this is why I proposed we split up, because you can now see the massive dichotomy between my approach
Oh, let's
and
see.
the other approach.
When Vasili's like crashed through a wall and blasting an autocannon tower.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm lying through my teeth about, my supervisor.
Yeah, a tactical espionage action.
Yes.
Vasily is literally doing the Scarface approach when his mansion was getting raided.
Yeah, hello?
But he's not blowing up the door, he's going through the wall, he's pushing through
That's
it.
great. Okay, well, let's see. Vasily, you off first.
So, what would I roll just to straight up like auto fire at no one in particular? Just this hallway is going to disappear now. That sort of attitude.
Yeah.
You don't roll anything, but you have to roll something.
What's that?
I'm pretty sure. Well, there's multiple ways of going about it.
Right.
There's the suppression way, and there's
Right.
the sort of targeted way.
If you're, I was gonna say it depends. If you were trying to suppress them, just like trying to get them to keep their heads down, so you could go the other way or something, or even go through them, I guess that would be the suppressive fire. But there's really not any. It's just a big open hallway. There might be a plant here and there or something, but there's no cover. There's no that kind of stuff.
That's why I'm thinking, like, since it's such a narrow hallway, if I was to just spray in that general direction, those bullets should be hitting a good few of them.
Yeah. What is the rate of fire on that thing?
3 round burst or 10 round full auto pilot rounds.
And I assume you're using the 10 rounds?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm just going to keep this. I'll keep it relatively simple. Your goal isn't to hit any particular one of them. Your goal is to convince them they need to not be in your way or whatever, so you guys can get through. Is that pretty much true?
It's more because there's so many of them and we're such in a relatively tight formation because of the kind of restrictions of the hallway. I'm going to just fire in that general direction, just as if I'm trying to just hit all of them at once, basically.
Okay. Would you do? I don't know if you've got it set up this way, but put 10 in the auto fire and hit the auto fire button.
All right.
And we're going to give them a couple of options, a possibility of dodges. Though the first, let me think.
To note, I shouted for the civvies to get down first.
You did, but you basically shouted that and then acted, and you're going, you're fairly quick solo. So, you know. Basically the front two. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna roll. So the way this is gonna go. So you shout, and you pull this thing out and go boom, 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 boom. Right, 10 rounds. The damage and location. So without trying to go through every one of these locations, actually, we're going to give the civilians a chance. We'll give them a... Wow. They actually did pretty well. You weren't trying to hit civilians. You gave them a warning. 2 of the 3 civilians were able to duck and cover and get out of the way. Don't get hit. 1 of the civilians gets hit and just gets blown apart. Big hole in their chest. Big hole in their chest. The front 2 guard security people will get hit. That's 29 and 48. I'd say there was a dozen of them. So the first, and there's 6 rows, basically 6 rows. 1, 2.
Oh, you said.
I'm just going to move through it.
Them.
Oh, 6
Not
of them.
12.
Sorry, 6 of them. Pardon me. Okay. So, oh man, I just want to play this out. Okay, so, and I'm playing really fast loose with the rules on the rolling here, because that'd be a lot of rolls to try and keep track of that too precisely, and it's just not, I don't feel like an issue. The first, so 1 civilian. The first the first 2 rows. There's 6 of them. There's 3 rows. The first 2 rows all get hit pretty hard. 4 of the 6 go down. The last 2, after you get done with this, there's that little trail of smoke coming off the gun. There are 2 guards that are now trying to figure out where the hell they're going to get cover. One of them takes cover behind the 2 bodies that are laying in front of them. And the other one's still trying to figure out what the hell he's going to do for cover. Do you want to take a second action?
I'm going to just say to them, guys, just give up right now. You're outgunned. We will spare you if you surrender. Lay down your arms and surrender.
Okay. Well, for one of them, I was just kind of rolling, let's see, a direction. If we go... Okay. One of the guards just breaks and runs back the way he came. He's out of there. The other one is still kind of crouching, taking cover behind some bodies. He has pulled a weapon out. Let's see. You can roll... Both of you can roll your awareness notice if you want to try and determine what kind it is. It is an unusual looking weapon. Not something you see around the streets every day. And he is like taking aim down the hallway. Okay. Vasily, you don't recognize it. Ace, you do recognize it. That is a Militech microwaver.
Scream microwaver to Vasily.
Consider, on the camera, they saw Vasily tearing that guy apart. He's a 16 body. He's got to be a Borg. What do you use against Borgs? Microwavers!
He's in for a scare.
It seems logical, right?
Oh boy.
Your plan would be flawless if I was a Borg.
Well, Ace announced this to me, I'm assuming.
Yeah, well, that was his thing. Yes, that's what he did. And
Well, next turn I'm going to just walk straight towards him.
oh man, I don't believe what time it is already. Okay, you're just gonna walk toward the guy with the weapon out.
Once
okay.
it's my turn, yeah, because I'm assuming it's Ace's turn now.
I will step.
I'm sorry.
I'll step out in the hallway.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And just look at the carnage, shake my head, and pull out my shotgun.
Okay, well, he is taking aim. He is pulling the trigger on his weapon. There's a noise, and it's like a wave comes down the hallway. One of the body on the ground, the one civilian that got hit, is just sparks and stuff are coming from the hole in the body cavity. There's some, must have had some cyber organs or something that didn't react well. One of the other civilians, like starts convulsing, just standing, was crouched down and just trying to hide in the corner that there really wasn't a corner and there wasn't anything to hide behind. Just starts shaking and convulsing and stuff. Vasily, do you have any cyberware? And do you? Go ahead. First.
I have a brain dance implant and a biomonitor.
Okay. Do you have EMP shielding?
As well as like the skin weave, the muscle and bone lace, the bioengineering, biotech, and graft muscle, but I don't think any of that's affected.
No, that stuff's not. Okay. Do you have you don't have any EMP shielding, do you? I wouldn't think.
Nope,
on
doesn't
that
look
stuff.
like it.
Didn't sound like it. I'm sorry. So that was. I'm sorry. Let me try this again. So you got biomonitor, and the. What was the other thing?
The brain dance implant.
Brain dance implant, right. Okay, so roll me. Let's see. Hold on. Basically, I'm going to give you. Let's do just 2d6.
Okay.
Oops. Get over here. That was a 2 and a 2. Okay, so you don't have any reflex boosters.
No.
You don't have any of that. That was what both of them rolled. Go ahead and just biomonitor and the implant. It's a neural. You're getting a really odd tingling and weird sensation from your head. The brain dance deal. And don't remember, did you know you had that? Or that's the one you had in them that you put in, or what was the source of that?
That was something you added in.
Okay. That was you didn't know about it?
Didn't consent to it.
Right. Okay, that's what I was trying to confirm if that's what it was. Okay, so yeah, you get a weird from your scalp is just tingling and it like severe static or something going back and rolling back and forth across your scalp for a couple seconds, and that's it. And that's all you get. That's all the effect of you. Ace, do you have any cyberware?
Yes, and it's shielded.
You do have EMP shielding. Okay. Okay. I think that's going to be the effect then. Yeah, I'm going to have to go in just a minute. But, so yeah, that's the effect of that. Back to the other... I'll get back to the correct screen. Sorry, guys. So you're in the middle of that fight. The fight was mostly over from firing that massive freaking rifle down the hallway. But we're going to go. Stringer, you're still... just confirming, you're still working on your filming and stuff. You're not doing something else at the moment.
I'm going to open a bottle of wine.
Is that right? Okay. You got some good stuff, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Stuff that's been stolen over there.
Right. You're doing that. We're going to go this one more time quickly around, and then I'm going to have to call for today. Barrage. Let's see. You were just looking for any old exit sign, right? Pretty much. You just want to get the hell out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually going to be the way you came in. That same stairwell that you can. It's the same spot where that stairwell and the elevators are. That's
Cool.
You know. There's actually, as you're coming around there is a guard at that stairwell. There are guards standing in front of the elevators.
Well, I never went to any elevators. I took a door directly from the...
Right, from the parking garage?
Yeah, exactly.
But they're near each other, was my thinking. But when you get to the guard that's sitting at the desk, same kind of thing. At this one, he will take your ID, he will scan it, and he will say, "I'm sorry, the building's on lockdown. I'm not supposed to allow anyone into this there to exit the building." He'll hand you your ID back.
Yeah, I say, yeah, look, I know that's, the protocol and everything, but look, there's, I don't think accident is the right word, but there's been an incident at home, and you see, my mother, look, I can't not be by.
Roll your fast talk. And let's see, for this guy is going to be cool. He's like looking around, looking down the hallway. There's several people at this point. This is a not completely crowded, but this is a whatever hallway. He's like, there's just, I don't know if I can. He's like,
no one.
He's like,
I'll really quickly.
He's like stands up and looks down the hallway. He's like, he points down the hallway. He goes, "You, spot ID check. Let me see your ID." And he's turned his back on you completely.
I take the hint and I just leave.
Okay. This one does latch behind you, but there's no indication of the gas this time.
Yep.
Because now we're on this. I think we're on the same floor now as the other guys. So, yeah. So
fucking cannon going on.
You will hear, yes, right about the time you're going out the door, because, time is difficult at this point. Yes, there was 10 rapid fire, very loud, like you say, it's like an autocannon went off. down another hallway, not too far, as the door is closing behind you. And maniacal laughter in the distance. And as you said, the guy that was harassing you but letting you through comes back over the door. He's like, no, no, no. After he hears the gunfire, and he tries to grab the stairwell door to come after you, and it's latched. You can't get through it. I take it you're exiting?
Thank you, Kyle Bartmoss.
Exit. Stage left.
Yes.
Stage right. Left. Whatever. Anyway.
Stage
You are
whatever the hell is out of this building.
You're getting the fuck out of here. Alright, so yeah, you can get up there. Let me see. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. You get up there. The first time you try the door going into the garage, it is locked, but just after a second or two, it unlocks. You're able to get out. Are you going to go to the truck with Sky, or are you going to leave? Try to. There is Militech personnel in the parking garage at this point. There's security at the doors. At the elevator doors, anyway. This door is supposed to be secured all on its own. Personnel, trucks, vehicles moving through here.
See, I don't know if I'd be much help staying around with the current situation. You know what? How does first?
I'm sorry? What was that?
How would one get out of this parking garage?
Well, let's see. You could go to the vehicle, the driveway, the ramp, the stuff that you came in on, and try to just hop the gates, that kind of stuff. You are on a otherwise enclosed level. So, I'm going to say, as far as you know, you'd have to come you'd have to go out the way the truck came in.
Well, when we were coming in, are there any other levels to this parking garage, like that go up?
Yes.
When we were coming in, were they also fully enclosed, or?
Well, you would have to. So the question would be: were you able to see that, or did you see it when you were coming in? Since you didn't ask at the time, I'm sorry. Pardon me. Go ahead. What was that?
So we came in and we had all the monitors.
True. But if you didn't look at the time, I'll put this. How about if I give you an awareness check, and we'll make it one step higher, and see if you remember from thinking about it, remembering back. You know what I mean? If you saw it.
It's another 23.
Well, since it wouldn't have been hard to tell from the outside, I would make that a 15. One level higher would be a 20, so you made it. The first two levels above ground were solid, and then above that, there were some... It wasn't completely solid.
Okay.
It was more like a regular parking garage where it's partially open.
I mean, I'm going to at least check in with Sky. I'll duck into the car.
Okay. So you're gonna get in the van. You're gonna climb in the van to check with Sky. And I think we're gonna do one more in the hallway, and then I think that's where we'll call it for today, because it's already been longer than I was supposed to have aside for gaming today.
Well, I just want to make one roll for my edit.
Damn good.
Yep. May as well get
All
it
right.
in now when I can use the luck points.
Yes, I knew that's what you were doing. Okay, hallway. Microwave.
I did specify I was doing it. I
No,
didn't
no problem.
specify I was doing it.
Yes, you did. You did it before I called for the end of the session and stuff. You were already working on that. It's cool. You're good. Hallway. Microwaver got fired. Some people got. Somebody got fried. Some other stuff happened. Facility, you felt like you were using that particular shampoo that tingles, but you weren't. I don't think you have those ads over there, but anyway. One guy ran, one guy fired the microwaver. You took your turn, he took his turn. Ace's turn. Ace.
It goes because I can't fire.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up there. I did not understand what you were saying.
I'm gonna have to hold my action until Vasily goes because I can't really fire and and not hit him. So
you are the last person in this round of initiative.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to go ahead and no, I can't take a shot. I'm going to move down.
It broke up really bad. You were going to move down where?
A hallway.
Okay.
And see what's around the corner.
See if you can. Okay. What's your movement?
My movement allowance is 6.
And are you just going to walk that way or you're running?
I'm going to run.
Okay. So that's 20, 18. Right. Okay. 6. Oh, okay. I misheard you. Okay. Yeah, okay. So at a run, you can make it down there. And the other dude's already taken his turn, so he technically can't react while you're at this point. Yeah, you run down the hallway, you look around the corner. There are people scattering. You do not see security personnel down the hallway. Down that hallway. You do see, down at the end of the hall, there are these 2 double-wide glass doors. Really thick-looking, heavy glass doors. And so it looks like there's a lot beyond. When you look beyond those doors, you look through them, you can see a lot of rack on rack servers and network hardware and stuff.
Who has the briefcase? Me or Vasily?
Neither of you have the briefcase. Mirage had the briefcase.
No, I mean, who has the whatever it is we need to insert?
That's between you two. Who has them?
Vasily, you just want to roll a die?
Yeah, sure. Odds or evens?
Odds.
Okay. Hey, so you have it.
Okay. I'm gonna run to the data center.
Okay. You get to the data center and we're at initiative again. We'll see if we can get through initiative one more time, and then it's like fast time, so I'll go ahead and try to get through initiative one more time. We'll see. All right. And so yeah, you guys roll. And this guy is rolling, and yes, he has a little bit higher bonus this time because he activated his booster.
Hans, have I to put on my initiative as well?
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
If you want to yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah. Normally it takes a round to activate, but we're okay for this time. I assume that's depending which one you have. I guess I should say. Or maybe if I heard you right anyway, that is.
What do you think I said?
I thought you said, actually, you don't have, okay, I did not know, and now I realize I did not hear you right. What did you say about your initiative?
I said, have I to roll my initiative as well?
Okay. Yes, I apologize. I misunderstood you completely. Yes, it is top of the round. Everybody rolls their initiative. Okay. So, Vasily is first this time.
Well, I would march toward. And simply, does he have any like standard guns on him that would actually be dangerous to me?
Well, be dangerous to you is relative. He does have a sidearm. And he has a rifle over his shoulder. On his on his back right now. Shoulder strap.
Okay, I don't want to kill him, poor guy. He's been through enough. I'm just gonna tell him, enhance the flesh, never replace it. Just to explain to him why the microwave didn't work. And then I'm going to say to him, put your weapons on the floor and run away, and you won't join your friends.
Intimidate.
So should 22.
He kind of looks you up and down, and he kind of looks at the microwaver, and he like carefully sets it down to the side, and puts his hand up and starts backing away from you. He gets a few feet. He gets about 5-10 feet away. I'm sorry, unless you're doing something else.
Since he's basically out of combat now, I'm just going to continue walking to the data center.
Once he gets a few feet away, he's running. He's out of there. So you guys both get to the data center. This is where we're going to call it. You guys both get to the data center door. Then facility's just a couple seconds behind you, Ace. Because it was just the beginning of the next round. Basically, this is a very glass, plastic, heavy, thick. It's got to be like 4 inches thick. 2 big sliding doors. They're 12 foot high. Each door is 12 foot wide. Beyond it, you can see rack on rack on rack of servers and stuff. The doors are locked. They are secured. So you guys are going to have to figure out how to get through them next time.
Brute force.
Yeah.
The answer is always brute force.
I might have a way to get through with that's semi-brute force.
Of course, there's a chance too. I'll have to roll next time we roll it. There's a chance that one of the net runners. You guys have like 3 net runners assisting you. By the way, if there's any doubt of why you haven't had more trouble, you have 3 net runners, and one of them is Bart Moss, assisting you on this run.
Vasily's sister is a very good net runner in her own right.
Vasily's sister is a great net runner in her own. You've got Sky, and like I said, you got Bart Moss, all working with you guys on this run. So, yeah, that's why you haven't had the significant response you might more expect from the Militech facility, But anyway, you guys are at that door. So, just for status, you guys are at that door. Mirage, you're in the truck with Sky. Stringer, you're at home. You're having a drink, and you're working on your photo and film, which you rolled a 32 for that stuff. Yeah. And everyone, thank you. That's what we're going to call it for today.
Be becoming a little bit famous due to these escapades.
That's true. None of you
get around.
No one's filming you. No one knows shit.
Security cameras, and they've left survivors.
There are survivors. There are security cameras. Nobody is hiding their identity or their face, any of that. Nobody's wearing gloves. Nobody has done anything to mitigate DNA or fingerprints or any of that stuff. So, yep.
I actually, I have to check my equipment list. I may have a balaclava that I'm wearing, but I have to check my equipment list to the game out. But I also do wear gloves.
You do wear gloves. Okay. So that's you. That's one.
I was going to say my set has gloves, but definitely no face thing.
That's true.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate anybody over you that were watching. I apologize for all the audio issues we had earlier. And I think, actually, you know, I don't know if we actually have anybody watching that. Oh shit! I just realized I've had that GIF up that whole time. Oh well, that's okay. It was impressive. I don't know. If nothing else for the recording, by the way, I will say last thing. Does anybody want to mention anything?
Fine.
You guys got anything? Okay.
No, I can think of.
Okay. Very good. All right, guys. See you next week. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Bye.